All right, hello everyone. My name is Matt Ryan. If you've never watched before, this is the Free Lunch Comic News. We are going to report on some of the new comics news that are relevant to right now. I know that it's been a little bit, and the orders are probably due. Either today or very soon. We will beg forgiveness of our comic store retailers to allow us to submit these orders. They appreciate these orders either way. And what we're going to try to do is let you know about comics that might kind of elude your attention. You know, there's a lot of fighting going on for the shelf space in the comic store, and I'm going to try to make that fight a little bit easier to deal with. We're going to start off with the headlines. But first, I want to talk about Cliff's Cons. Cliff's Cons is the Plainville comic show that happens almost every single month at the Plainville VFW. This month it will be the 29th, I believe, and it's 7 Northwest Drive in Plainville, Connecticut. It runs from 10 until 3. It's got some of the nicest vendors you can find. It's only $1 to get in. They've got a lot of cooks in the kitchen making delightful food. They've got free donuts and coffee if you get there quick enough. They even have a free comic for the kids. So go check it out. It's Cliff's Cons. You can find out more about the show. Just Google Cliff's Cons, CLIFFSCONS, and that will take you to his blog page. You can find out the details, directions, how to get to the show. You can even subscribe to his mailer list. So check it out. Cliff's Cons in Plainville, Connecticut. It will be at the conclusion of this month. So, first things first, Conan, who, you know, I kind of get excited about. Conan makes his reintroduction to the Marvel Universe, and he's going to show up as one of these giant omnibus books. It's going to reprint the entire run of Barry Windsor Smith's stories, Roy Thomas and Barry Windsor Smith. So that's pretty exciting. You'll get a little bit of John Buscema in there. I'm very what? Well, you heard about the price? Yeah, those omnibuses. They've figured out that some of us are suckers for these books. Yeah, this goes for $125. It is a hardcover, and it is oversized. But yeah, well, no, you didn't hear it from me, but Dark Horse is doing a fire sale on some of those old trades. What stories are they reprinting? Some of the very same Barry Windsor stuff. And then John Buscema stuff and some of the new Dark Horse imprint stuff. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. So talk to your retailer. They have access to a little bit of the fire sale. You know, we're having a little fun here. But Dark Horse has to unload a lot of this product before it starts showing up at Marvel. So be on the lookout. We're having a little fun, you know, poking a little fun, having a little fun with the Police Squad gag there. Kind of dating myself. So Conan makes its reintroduction to the Marvel Universe. This was big news. The DC 100-page exclusive is going to be distributed through Walmart. That's a big deal, and I know that some of those anthologies that show up on the Walmart shelves have been finding a degree of success, just like the Archie digests that reprint the classic and a little bit more contemporary Marvel stuff. So I'm happy about that. So yeah, Brian Michael Bendis is going to be doing exclusive Batman stuff for Walmart. Anytime that we can get common hands on the comic product, we're happy. We need to be happy about that. TV takes over in the comic industry. Boom Studios is literally being taken over. NXT TakeOver is the the name of the wrestling minor leagues, I guess you would say, over at WWE. We love these guys in our family. NXT TakeOver is hitting Boom Studios. They're going to be putting on a book a week featuring their young talent. So we're very excited about that in our house, and I know that the wrestling fans, because Boom is doing a great job with the wrestling content. So for them to invest in the next wave of talent is very, very exciting. This will make my wife very, very happy. Stranger Things is coming to Dark Horse Comics in September. The artwork looks really, really nice. There's a good buzz around it. I can even read to you some of the headlines regarding that. So Dark Horse has the rights to it. Artwork looks good. And so, we talk about TV invading comics. You've got 4 different covers. It's going to be written by Jody Hauser, and pencils by Stefano Martino, inks by Keith Champagne. There's going to be, like I said, a number of different variant covers. Raphael Albuquerque is one. Kyle Lambert is another. Patrick Satterfield is doing the photo cover with the kind of the weather-beaten foxing on the corners. Very exciting. Based on the hit Netflix series, this is not a retelling of what's going to happen or what happens on the TV show. Follow Will Byers into a dimension of decay and destruction where he must use his wits and resolve to dodge the pursuit of the Demogorgon and escape the Upside Down. So this is based on Will's unseen journey during season 1. So I think, all the people have been losing their minds about Stranger Things. They're going to love this. Now, also at Dark Horse, Mystery Science Theater 3000 is going to make its debut this same month. It is littered with talent. And what they're going to do is they're going to bust on public domain comics the same way that they bust on movie content. So very, very exciting. A couple of very, very talented artists. Mike Manley is one of my favorites. He's going to be working on this. So very, very exciting. Mystery Science Theater 3000. How crazy is that? In comic form. Now, you want to go down nostalgia lane here. Over at IDW, some of my customers here are going to lose their minds over this. Dick Tracy is making his debut over at IDW. I want you to listen to the talent listed on this book. Lee and Michael Allred on the writing talents. Artists, Rich Tommaso and Michael Allred. For Dick Tracy, this makes too much sense. So they're proudly representing the rebirth of one of the most iconic comic strip heroes of all time, Dick Tracy. This is a $4 book, 32 pages. The cover art looks phenomenal. There's going to be a coloring book variant cover. Each issue features a mugshot alternate cover by Rich Tommaso. This is a big deal, and I think the people that are nostalgic for this kind of content, they are going to love this. Those are my headlines for September. Before we move on to my comic picks for the month, we'll talk a little bit about Terrificon. Terrificon over at Mohegan Sun. That's coming up very, very quickly. It's going to be in the middle of August. It's going to be in the brand new convention center. The place is littered with talent. It's a new venue. There's going to be more creators, more comic vendors. This is going to be very, very exciting. So that is at Mohegan Sun. I believe it's the 17th, 18th, and 19th. So put it in your calendars. It's going to be a lot of fun. The Terrificon, guests galore. You can go and look up this show online, and you will see huge names affiliated with this show. So very, very exciting, and it's an honor to have a show that's so dedicated to the comic form. So very, very excited to have that. That is the Terrificon coming up in mid-August. Now, let's talk about my picks. we're coming to the end of the Dark Horse Conan relationship. The big book that I saw solicited that got me excited was the Eisner award-winning team of Tim Truman and Tomas Giorello. That's on King Conan. Man, that's a gorgeous book. They've got, and unfortunately, this is an expensive one. This is a $100 book. But as the king of Babylonia, Conan struggles with internal threats to his throne as well as the dangers beyond his country's borders. This stuff is so fantastic. The art is ridiculously good. It's called The Colossal King Conan. I want to get it. It's on my list, but yow. The economic Conan omnibuses are still coming out. These are $25 books. This one collects Fred Van Lent's and Brian Ching's run, so looks very, very good. So, like I said, this is stuff that I've bought and rebought, and it's nice. I like it, but I don't want to talk about reprinted material. Now, as reported earlier in the news, the NXT TakeOver, September 5th, September 12th, September 19th, September 26th. You get the frequency here. Look at that. It's a 2-page spread just of NXT TakeOver comics. How cool is that? And it looks like it's going back in time. You know, you've got Finn Balor and, Paige on the cover of some of these, and right up to Shayna Baszler. Pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. Written by Dennis Hopeless. It looks like Jake Elphick is the artist on all of these. Yep. So very, very exciting. That will be on the pull list. Elena will be getting more books than me this month. We blitzed through. IDW is also publishing Batman Mask. I know a lot of people would be very, very interested in this. Or not Batman Mask, Batman Max, which I think is pretty cool. We haven't seen Sam Keith touch the Max in a long time. This is a 32-pager, $5. It looks like there's a lot of, there's a couple alternative covers here, but it's pure Sam Keith. And it looks to me, he's got a writer, John Layman, who's helping him out. But this is going to be Sam Keith at his purest. We'll blitz ahead to, what do we have here? We're swimming through the independents. And I will tell you that I found Infinity 8 from Lions Forge, finally. I never really ordered it, but I've always had an eye out for it. I'm a big Louis Trondheim fan. It's good, and it's going to go on my list. I regret not putting it on there earlier. So that'll be something from Lions Forge that I'm going to start looking out for more often. This is a big one. A couple of people are very excited about this in the office. This is also from Lion Forge. If you're a D&D gamer, Rolled and Told. This is a interactive tabletop gaming experience in comic form. Now, the issue 0 is hitting the shelves right now. It's a freebie. You can ask your local retailer for the free 0 issue to add to the free, and it's going to be in stores this month. The artwork looks really, really cute. The actual first game comic, which I love this concept. If you come to the office, King of Monster Mountain has its own comic game edition here. I think it's great to have interactive and creativity-based comic content. Authors E.L. Thomas and Tristan Tarwater have crafted a swashbuckling and electrifying adventure for role-playing groups. Each book will be 64 pages, and they will run. Some of these adventures will run from 2 to 4 hours to 6 hours. It's going to be perfect for ages 14 and up. It's got a lot of different talent working on the book as well. This is going to be in stores September 26th. This will be on my pull list. It's going to be an $8 book. We're going kind of D&D nuts here in the office. To see that Lions Forge is getting involved in this is fantastic. I'm going to see if I can get some of the free editions here for my customers. I just think it's great. They've spent the money. I'm going to try to hold this up without ruining it here, but you've got character sheets that you can pick from. They've got an example of some of the map stuff going on here. This is exciting stuff. This is a big deal. I know it's in the back of the book. It deserves to be in the front, you know. This is, you know, it even says where comics and gaming meet. This is exciting, exciting stuff. So, Lion Forge, not plural, singular. They even got the issue 0 cover here. Rolled and Told. The O's are substituted by 20-sided die. So, very, very exciting. Very, very exciting indeed. We're going to blitz through to another interesting looking book. I have become a Titan fan, and this is Newberry and Hobbs, The Undying. Writer George Mann brings his steampunk mystery novels to comics for their 10th anniversary, alongside with Dan Boltwood. Need to dismantle rogue automata, uncover plots against the crown, or put down a zombie infestation? Call on this Victorian duo. A brand new prose short serialized in each issue. Oh my God, it's like all this stuff that I love. The artwork looks fantastic. Unfortunately, with Titan's solicitation size, you really don't get a good look. But I will say this, Dan Boltwood is the cover artist and the interior artist. Yay, it looks fantastic. It's called Newberry and Hobbs. I think the steampunk people are going to love this stuff. It's going to be a 4-issue limited series, 32 pages per issue, $4. I'm in. I'm trusting Titan big time. And you know what even furthers it even more? This is a book that Jay, who's my social media art agent, and we've been talking about this guy for a long time. Oscar Martin has his solo. That's not even his cover, which stinks. There's his cover. Solo. A Barbaric Mouse. This is going to be Disney meets Conan. Like, you guys know that I'm a Dungeon fan, which is like the Muppets meet Conan. This looks like Disney got their hands on the, well, they do have their hands on the Conan property, but this is anthropomorphic mice and violence. Oscar Martin, an award-winning writer-artist of Tom and Jerry. So this is what happens. This is what happened with the Skydoll thing, where you had all this great talent working on Uncle Scrooge, and then they go and do Skydoll, right? Which was fantastic. Now, you've got a Tom and Jerry artist going in to do a brutal action, like, fantasy book. A young rat warrior, Solo, wanders the cannibal wastes. Can he carve out a place among the survivors of chaos? Man, I am stoked for this. You know, you can tell the new Conan books aren't coming out, right? I'm getting crazy, and anything that falls close to it, I get really excited about. Solo, the Survivors of Chaos. This is going to be a 2-issue series. Each, man, this book's going to be 60 pages. 60 pages, $6, September 26th shipping date. We are in. I am all over this. They've got Sean Galloway, who's done character designs for Hellboy animated series, The Spectacular Spider-Man. He's doing one of the covers. He's doing cover A. Oscar, I'm getting your cover, bro. I'm getting your cover. All right, now we're going to jump into the more commonly found books. We'll go to Image first. This is a cool looking book. Bully Wars. Scotty Young is doing an all ages title for Image. That's going to be a school adventure comedy. I can't wait. The preview art looks really, really good. Bully Wars. It's Scotty Young and who is he working on this with? they're the image preview book that they give away at your comic retailer. They tease some of the interior art and then the character designs. Oh my God, it looks so good. It looks so good. Where is it? Where is it? That looks really good too. So Aaron Conley. Aaron Conley is, I guess, the writer. I don't see the solicitation here, but the artwork looks fantastic. Fantastic. Yay. Scotty Young, you deserve to be on an all ages book. I hope it screams for you. I really do. I really do. The colors look great. And then this book looks really good too. This is Cemetery Breach, I think it's called, but it's kind of got a little bit of a old school Greg Capullo vibe. Let me do my homework here. Cemetery Beach, issue 1. It's Warren Ellis and Jason Howard. Nice look. Nice look. Let's jump on over to DC. They are killing it right now. They are killing it right now. They've got a new book coming out in September called Heroes in Crisis. This is almost like a therapy sanctuary island where these superheroes go when things get a little nutty and they kind of need to take a mental break. They've got an ultra secret hospital there for these poor traumatized superheroes, but something goes really bad, where many of these super patients end up dead, and 2 well-known operators are the prime suspects, Harley Quinn and Booster Gold. So it's up to the old DC Trinity, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman to investigate. Heroes in Crisis. It's the first issue. It's going to be a 7-issue miniseries. You know, for some of you guys, Booster Gold, right? That's a lot of people go nuts for him. $4 per issue, 7 issues. Comes out on September 26th. 32 pages. I think a lot of people are going to be going nuts for that. Speaking of which, Batman Damned #1. This book looks sick. Written by Brian Azzarello, art and cover by Lee Bermeo. There's even going to be a variant cover by Jim Lee. Is this the first? Yeah, this is the new imprint from DC called DC Black Label. The Joker is dead. There's no doubt about that. Whether Batman has finally snapped his scrawny neck or some other sinister force in Gotham City did the deed is still a mystery. Problem is, Batman can't remember, and the more he digs into this case, the more his mind starts to doubt everything he's uncovering. This book looks insane. The cover looks insane. They've got interior art. It's Lee Bermeo. Come on, folks. Batman Damned #1. This is going to be a 3-issue series. Mature readers, folks. It almost gives me that kind of that vibe that The Dark Knight Returns kind of gave, like back in the day. 48 pages. Crazy. Other things that are coming out from DC that month. I know that one of my customers was getting this book on the regular. It's the Batman White Knight trade paperback, which I am excited for. 232 pages, $20. It's going to come out October 3rd, so a little later than everything else here. If you enjoyed The Wake, which was under the Vertigo imprint, Batman White Knight, it looks fantastic. I sneaked in my customers' books to take a look. Another thing, Absolute Day Tripper. It was a fantastic series. Fantastic series. This is by Gabriel Ba and Fabio Moon. This was a mini-series that came out probably like 4 or 5 years ago, I believe. This is also under the Vertigo imprint. it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous book, and won praise from comic giants like Terry Moore and Craig Thompson and Jeff Smith. Gorgeous artwork. The covers were very fun. They were almost like a mix of comic art and watercolor. Very soothing. I've loaned it out to a couple of different customers, and they're like, "Oh my God, I had no idea. I had no idea comics were like this." It's a $100 book, but it covers 304 pages, hardcover. I think it's. I think they made it. Yeah, it's 8 1/4 by 12, almost 12 and a half. So it's a large, like, coffee table book. Oh, it's a gut check book. It's a gut check book. It's awesome. It's fantastic. I can't give it a higher endorsement. Over to Marvel. We'll finish off with the comic picks over at Marvel. Wolverine, the Return of Wolverine #1. It looks like everybody and their brother is doing a variant cover, but you've got Charles Soule on the writing credits, and you have Steve McNiven on the art and cover. Steve McNiven, if you remember, Civil War, which you could probably say was Marvel's last really, 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 really big hit. They got a nice preview in here. I'll hold it up. Maybe you can make out some of the details, but Steve McNiven is a workhorse when it comes to detail. Looks really, really good. And they're going to have, the variant cover madness, paying tribute to his entire history. We'll blitz ahead. Is there anything else from Marvel that's coming out that caught my eye? Is it really just the Wolverine book? Star Wars continues to look good. Wow. Oh. We'll end the picks with this. Captain America Annual #1, written by Tini Howard, art and cover by Chris Sprouse. Yeah, that's on my list. Look at that. Chris Sprouse, very talented, very, very talented. I remember seeing his work first on the Splinter of the Mind's Eye adaptation, I believe from Dark Horse, on the Star Wars special issue. It was really, really good. It's a throwback, a flashback story, it looks like. During an advanced scouting mission in World War II, Captain America and Bucky come across an old farmhouse where a group of concentration camp escapees are fending off recapture. If they can hold the line, the Allies will come to the rescue, but it's going to be a long night. 40 pages, $5. Sounds good. The team sounds really good. I'll probably be putting that on my list. Yeah. So we'll take a break there, and we'll talk a little bit about the Monday Night Jams and the Thirsty Thursdays. Here at Free Lunch Studios in Terriffill, Connecticut, every Monday night we open up to the public. Yeah, it does. Thanks, Kylie, for chiming in. Kylie on the live feed here. Every Monday night here at Free Lunch, we open our doors to the public to children first from 5 to 6, and they come in and they draw a mission with me. Now, we're celebrating here at Free Lunch, we're celebrating Bug Month. Ooh, Bug Month, yeah. So I drew a picture of Connie fighting a giant tick in the middle of the desert. Yuck, that's so gross. Now I have to do a story about it. So we're doing bug stuff all month here at the office, and that's just one of the missions that we're doing. And we do a different mission every week, and the kids love it. So we draw for like 45 minutes, and then we share with each other what we drew in that time, and then we talk about the news. And then the kids leave, and then the adults come in. They come in at 6 o'clock, and they draw together here and hang out and network and share their work until 8:30. And we do that every single week. It's a ton of fun. It's only $5. And we get such a mixed array of talent here. And it's so great to show off work and to be able to be resources for each other. It's just fantastic. So it's the Monday Night Jam here at the Terriffill Mill every Monday night. And it's a lot of fun. You can't go wrong. Now, Thursday nights. Every Thursday night, we do the Drink and Draw theme events. Now, we've got a new updated schedule, and what's going to happen now is the first The first Thursday of the month now is D&D, which is a full event. And if you come and make an arrangement, you might be able to join in just because of how full it is. The second week now of Thirsty Thursdays, the drink and draws, is the drink and draw right session. Okay? You can come in, you can bring your materials, you can use my stuff, or you can bring your laptop or your notebook or whatever and just create. It's a creative venue. You bring your favorite drink, you kick back, you relax, and enjoy the evening. You're making things in a nice low-key surrounding. The third week of the month is still D&D night. So the Dungeons & Dragons drink and draw nights have doubled due to their success and due to the demand. They had a big vote. They said, we want more, and you know what? They got it. The fourth Thursday of the month is the Writer's Circle. And this is a drop-in writing event that happens, and we do some live writing experiences, we do some flash writing, we do some tips, we share, we do peer review, and we're even publishing works from the writers that are coming into these events. You're not writing to be published in that setting, but that is an option that's available to the participants that are coming. So Monday night jams, 5 to 6 for kids, 6 to 8:30 for adults. Theme night or Thirsty Thursdays is from 7 until 9:30 for the drink and draw, and then it's like 7 until 10 for the Writer's Circle and the D&D nights. All right, back, and we are going to do the convention schedule, and then we'll talk about new things going on here at the office, and then we'll finish off. Today is what, July? I don't even know. This weekend, right here in our backyard, is the Connecticon at the Connecticut Convention Center. That is a 3-day awesome show. If you're bored at that show, it's kind of your fault. 90% of the people that go to that show, they dress up. You're kind of the weirdo if you don't dress up. This weekend, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, is the Florida SuperCon at the Broward County Convention Center. That's July 12th. The 13th through the 15th, Atlanta, Georgia, it's the Atlanta Comic-Con. No location given. 13th through the 15th, Brooklyn, New York. It's the Blurred CityCon. I've never heard of this before, but it's the Blurred CityCon. July 14th, Madison Heights, Michigan, the Great Lakes Comics Expo. It's at the United Food and Commercial Workers. Doesn't even say. Okay, July 14th, Frankfort, Kentucky, Frankfurt Comic-Con at the Capitol Plaza Hotel. July 14th and 15th, Jacksonville, Florida. It's the CBC Comic Book and Toy Show at the Holiday Inn Jacksonville. July 15th, Columbus, Ohio. It's the Buckeye Comic-Con at the Courtyard Columbus West. July 15th, Los Angeles, California, the LA Ultimate Comic Art and Collectible Show. Ah, yes, and the granddaddy of them all. July 19th through the 22nd, it is the San Diego Comic-Con. That is a huge show. It is a bucket lister. If you've never been, you should try to go. You're not going this year, unless you're going. July 21st through the 22nd, Seaside, Oregon. It's the Versus Comic-Con. July 21st and 22nd, Irving, Texas. North Texas Comic Book Show at the Irving Convention Center at Las Colinas. July 22nd, Frederick, Maryland. Schaff Promotions, Frederick, Maryland Comic-Con. Mr. Canaris, right in your backyard. It's the Clarion Inn, Frederick Event Center. Also, Blurred Con, it's here again. July 27th through the 29th, Washington, D.C. Blurred Con. Look into that, Mr. Canaris. Look into that. We got to find out what's going on there. July 27th through the 29th in Raleigh, North Carolina, it's the Raleigh SuperCon at the Raleigh Convention Center. July 27th through the 29th, Bristol, Tennessee, it's the RobCon. July 28th, in North Haven, Connecticut, Lock City Anime and Comic Con. No location given. July 28th, Pleasanton, California. It's the Powerhouse Comic Con. July 28th, Dallas, Texas. I'm having problems with this Texas thing tonight. Texas Latino Comic Con. Oh, very cool. July 29th, Laurel, Maryland. It's the Chud Comic Book Show at the Doubletree by Hilton. Another show in your neck of the woods there, Mr. Canaris. Ooh, I'm going to talk to my wife about this one. August 3rd through the 5th, Honolulu, Hawaii, Comic-Con Honolulu at the Hawaii Convention Center. I want that one. August 3rd through the 5th, Tampa, Florida, Tampa Bay Comic-Con at the Tampa Convention Center. We have August 4th and 5th at Belton, Texas. It's the Bell County Comic-Con. Amarillo, Texas, same days. AMA Con at the Amarillo Civic Center. August 10th through the 12th, Monroeville, Pennsylvania. It's the Steel City Con at the Monroeville Convention Center. August 11th, Pasadena, California, KidCon at the Pasadena Convention Center. And we will end it with this, August 17th through the 19th, Uncasville, Connecticut, Terrificon at the Mohegan Sun. No, we'll end it with this. Don't forget, on July 29th, it's the Plainville Comic Show, CliffsCon. Let's go there. It's only $1. See your friends, make some new ones, right in Plainville, Connecticut. So, that ends our convention report. Now we will just talk about some of the things that are going on here at Free Lunch Studios. Like I said before, it is Bug Month. We're celebrating on the Patreon site. The new Colorum sheet is up for the month. It's that giant tick fighting Connie. You can go there and you can download that for free. Give it to one of your small humans to color on a rainy day. It hasn't been raining around here for a while, but it's still there. Plus all the other coloring sheets are still there. And they're free. You can just go there, download it, print it out. It's a lot of fun. Jay has been doing a lot of different prizes and contests through the social media, Free Lunch Studio Instagram and Facebook pages. We've been doing fun things like name this character, and it's been great. So Smooge is alive, and he's going to have a life of its own. And now we have Dart too. So it's a lot of fun to have these kooky aliens bebopping around the office. I'm working very hard on completing Connie number 2. And there's going to be a one-page To Rule Them All story that's going to feature Connie and our friend Kylie, who is a frequent jammer and part of the Writers Circle. Speaking of one page To Rule Them All, next Thursday at the Simsbury Public Library from 2 until 4, I'm going to be doing a comic workshop. It's a 2-parter. It's free. You can just go there, Simsbury Public Library, Simsbury, Connecticut. You can go there in the afternoon. You can draw with me. We're going to do one-page stories. It's going to be a lot of fun. The talent that shows up there will be eligible to be printed in the one-page To Rule Them All anthology, which we have a decent amount. I'm not telling you how many we have because I don't want people to think, I'll get it in next time or blah, blah, blah. It's going to be great. And the stories look really, really good. Other things going on. I'm going to be lecturing that same Thursday, this next week, at the Plainville Public Library. I'm going to be doing a drawing workshop. I believe it's a figure drawing workshop there. This whole month, I've been working at the Simsbury Arts Academy. That's been fantastic. The kids are working on mini comics and cartooning and figure drawing. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of great kids, and that's over at the Simsbury High School. Other things that might be going on. I know that I'm doing an appearance this weekend at the Eastfield Mall, right? Eastfield Mall. I'm going to be doing a comic construction session right there Saturday from, I believe, noon to 4. It's going to be this weekend. You can contact Bill. He's the guy in charge. He runs that great flea market there in the mall. I'm very excited to go. Roller derby season is over. We had a great time with the Hartford Whalers and even some of the Bedrockers, the Beat City Bedrockers. We had these great Marvel Universe influenced creator cards, character cards. That was a lot of fun to work on. And now Jay and I are starting to reposition, and we're looking at supporting some of the tabletop gamers and doing in-character designs for these role-play gamers. So we're very, very excited to do that. We actually had character cards printed up, and we actually debuted the concept over at Legends of Superheroes over in Oakville, Connecticut, way over in Oakville, Connecticut. And that was a lot of fun. And they were playing Magic there, and we were drawing the players as planewalkers for their big release event. So it's been busy, and it's been exciting. And Rejects number 2, we're working on that. We're working on Connie number 2 as well. And there's a new bigger in the works. Number 13. It's been done for years. It's getting put together right now. I want to have it out within the month. It's the prom issue. It's the 20th anniversary of the studio. I figured, why not? I got my $20 back. So that's going to be it for the news. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you know comic people who enjoy the medium or who love to draw or want to write, tell them about this show, and talk to your retailers. If there's anything that we mentioned here that you are interested, let your retailer know, and they will be able to order it for you and put it aside for you. Make sure you pick it up, though. Make sure you pick it up. Don't leave them hanging. And it's going to be an exciting month in September for comics, and we've got an exciting summer lined up here at Free Lunch, and we're going to be at the Mohegan Sun Show. We're honored to be in the Aw Yeah section of the show with Franco and a lot of other really talented individuals. So very, very excited to see a lot of my friends in that section of the show, and make out with a lot of Krispy Kreme donuts too. So that's it. freelunchcomics.com. You can find Free Lunch Studios on YouTube. You can find Free Lunch Studios on Instagram and on Facebook and on Twitter. And you can follow us at any of those spots, or you can come by and visit here at Free Lunch Studios in Terre Haute, Connecticut. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you later.